accused of throwing a Molotov cocktail at the San Francisco home of OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, makes his first court appearance. What we're learning about the case against him. KRON 4 News starts now.
Now, live from the Bay Area's local news station, this is KRON 4 News at 5.
I plan to resign my seat in Congress effective at 2 p.m. Eastern Time on April 14th, 2026. I will work with my staff in the coming days to ensure they are able, in my absence, to serve the needs of the good people of the 14th Congressional District. Signed sincerely, Eric Swalwell.
Eric Swalwell is now a former member of Congress. Multiple East Bay communities, including Livermore, Castro Valley, and Fremont, are now left without a House representative on Capitol Hill. Good evening. Thanks for being with us. You're watching KRON 4 News, streaming free on the KRON 4 Plus Smart TV app. I'm Grant Lotus.
And I'm Michaela Bianca. Swalwell submitted his resignation ahead of an investigation by the House Ethics Committee.
This is ABC 15 Mornings.
There's a lot of people here that live here and no water. That's going to screw a lot of things up for everybody.
Running dry and facing a critical water issue. The Arizona town under a state of emergency. And the question right now, will there be a solution in time?
So whenever the doctor came in and said, it's B-cell leukemia, it's cancer, he goes, what's cancer?
Plus, a routine visit to the doctor becomes a life-changing diagnosis for this Arizona preteen. Now his family is finding the light and helping others along the way. I want to say good morning to you here on a Tuesday. I'm Kaylee O'Kelly, and we are tracking some breaking news.
From Central Indiana's #1 news source, this is Fox 59 News at 10.
Tonight at 10, time is of the essence. The new board that oversees IPS and their race against the clock. Plus, putting it in park, why Purdue University is rethinking its vision for a planned property along Indy's downtown canal, and the question surrounding what could go in its place.
Warm breezes fueling the temperatures that climb to June levels, but summer-like storms are returning in the forecast. I'll have the time.
And under new restrictions, the orders given to the Clinton County Sheriff and his wife as they face fraud and theft charges. Fox 59 News at 10 starts right now.
But first, now at 10, parts of central Indiana saw hail today, but now threats of severe weather are now behind us. Thanks for joining us for the news at 10. I'm Aaliyah Blackburn in for Dan.
And I'm Beershal May. So it was a pretty warm day out there, but we did see some of those severe thunderstorms earlier.
Now, your forecast first.
Sponsored by the Lions National Bank.
Wet weather has moved on out, at least at this point tonight. We're at 53 very chilly degrees in Rochester. Warmer air off to our south. That is important because we've got another round of rain and storms on the way. Probably right around, if not just before daybreak in the morning, before we go back into the 70s from there. It's like a rinse and repeat of today. We'll track storms next.
Also ahead, more charges pending after a man dies following a shooting in Irondequoit last week. And we're hearing from neighbors after a house on Lake Avenue exploded, leaving a home heavily damaged.
Live from the WROC studios, this is breaking news from News 8.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Right to that breaking news, we're at the scene of a crash between a motorcycle and an SUV in Rochester. Here's a live look at Bartlett and Reynolds Street.
First on the Western Slope, you're watching KREX News at 10, your community connection.
Good evening. Thanks for watching KREX News at 10 tonight. I'm Bernie Lang. Interstate 70 at the Eisenhower-Johnson Tunnel back open in both directions tonight. Colorado State Patrol received notice of a crash at about 2:50 this afternoon. CSP reporting about 70 vehicles were involved. 19 people were injured in this crash that closed both westbound and eastbound I-70 for a while. Out of those 19, 11 people declined to be taken to the hospital. 8 people did go to the hospital, and one person suffered serious bodily injury, according to a CSP media release.
What I'm telling you is this. Make it so restrictive, they don't want to be.
Coming up on WFMJ today, people living in Mahoning Township push back at a public hearing on a proposed data center ordinance. Why some say they think the language is too vague.
Plus, downed power lines in Austintown were responsible for a car fire and power outage for more than 2,000 people overnight. We'll have the latest on what happened.
And a pair of lawmakers resigned from Congress over sexual misconduct allegations. You'll hear from the alleged victims and their accusations.
Locally owned, locally connected. This is WFMJ Today.
Well, good morning. We've made it halfway through the week and halfway through the month. It's April 15th at 5 a.m. or 5:01 to be exact. Thank you for joining us at WFMJ Today.
So we can't really control the price of gas.
Coming up on 12 News at 4, day 47 of the war with Iran, President Trump says he's reached an agreement with China.
The decades-long search for a missing Kansas boy reignites with a dig, the latest on Adam Herman.
And an accidental death investigation reopens as a possible homicide, the death of 2 siblings.
You're watching 12 News at 4.
2 children dead, their mother charged with murder. Tonight, we're learning new details in the case involving Shanna K. Witten and her children.
First at 4, you're taking a live look over downtown St. Louis. We are tracking storms across the bi-state, putting us in a weather impact alert. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Brent Solomon. Let's get right over to Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell with everything we need to know.
Well, right now we're looking over to Highland, Illinois, because it's in Madison County, Illinois, where we have our strongest thunderstorms right now, just north of Highland.
Right now at 4 o'clock, here are the current headlines we're tracking. We're starting with another weather impact alert in effect for tonight. And this comes after severe storms produced several tornadoes across the Midwest. We'll show you where one storm unleashed havoc during a boys' soccer game. Then President Trump is confident a peace deal with Iran is within reach, despite no plans for resuming negotiations right now. Also tonight, Moline's Pay What You Can yoga studio is celebrating 2 years. How the model is still working and how Sanctuary Studios is now expanding. And later, severe weather making an impact across the Midwest. We'll show you the communities hardest hit with more storms firing up tonight. The current starts right now. Good afternoon. I'm Shelby Kluver. Welcome to The Current, and thank you for joining us on air and the News 8 Plus app. We're going to start with this scary severe weather moment last night in Wayland, Iowa, which is southwest of Columbus Junction. Check this out. A school bus driver was frantically trying to get to her car as what appears to be a tornado blew through.
Coming up next on Tri-State Trusted News at 5. A tragic scene turns deadly in Kirksville. What we're now learning about the crash involving a child on a bike. Also at 5, Iowa lawmakers revive the debate over abortion medication. We'll look at what's changing in the bill, including a new amendment to call it criminal homicide. And severe weather hits parts of the Tri-States, and we're bracing for another round tonight. A look at the damage so far and what's to come, coming up a little later in the newscast. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Shores, filling in for John Garlock. Off the top at 5. More storms are possible this evening and again on Friday. Here's Chief Meteorologist Matt Gunn now with our first forecast. Matt?
Hey, thanks, Liz. Yes, we're looking at some very active conditions arriving here shortly.
Live from News Channel 8, your news at 5 starts now.
West Tulsa residents dealing with damage today following an EF1 tornado. The National Weather Service says it touched down near Tulsa Hills. The winds between 100 and 110 miles per hour, uprooting trees and damaging homes. No injuries have been reported. Glad to have you with us. I'm Brenna Rose. We are bracing for another round of severe weather. Meteorologist Joy Bettenhausen is here now. And Joy, many counties are under a tornado watch.
Yeah, we have this tornado watch going until 9 p.m. for just about everybody across Green Country, except for our far southeastern counties.
Kansas City's news leader starts with KMBC 9 First Alert Weather.
Strong storms on this First Alert Weather Alert Day. We're seeing high winds, hail, and a lot of rain. This video from KMBC 9 viewer Wyatt Hoggett showing large hail in Paola, Kansas. Right now, a lot of our viewing areas also under a tornado watch. Good evening. I'm Matt Fleener in for Chris.
And I am Bria Berry. The storms we are seeing is why today is a First Alert Weather Alert Day. We have team coverage tonight to keep you safe and prepared. We begin with Chief Meteorologist Brian Busby, who is closely watching this system. Brian.
A major fire destroys a former youth facility on Simpson Street. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Ryan Bonazzo alongside Haley Perot. Fire crews were dispatched around 3 o'clock this morning to the 600 block of Simpson Street, where they found the former underground gym building engulfed in flames.
This is CBC Winnipeg News.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Brittany is away tonight. A Manitoba First Nation is running out of time to prepare for what could be a devastating flood.
Now, from the station on your side, you're watching Wavy News 10 on Fox 43.
We begin with a story still developing tonight, a break in a high-profile homicide case in Norfolk. Good evening, I'm Tom Shad. The international search for a Navy reservist suspected in the gruesome killing of his wife is over. The FBI says David Varela is in custody. And 10 of your side's Markeisha Jackson spoke to the victim's family tonight.
Severe weather moves into North Texas, bringing heavy rain, lightning, and some reports of hail. Your latest forecast is coming up first.
It felt like I was dying. I couldn't breathe, but I knew I had to keep going.
The mother of Athena Strand takes the stand in a sentencing trial of the man who admitted to killing the 7-year-old girl.
A Camp Mystic security guard testifies the camp's operators never trained campers or counselors about what to do in an emergency. And a judge makes a decision that could affect the camp's plans to reopen.
A veteran Dallas police officer turns himself in on a charge of evading arrest. He's accused of soliciting prostitutes in a city vehicle.
Here for you, the news leader, Fox 4.
A severe thunderstorm watch is in effect for parts of North Texas. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. This is what it looked like on I-35 in Valley View. That's Cook County about an hour ago as the storms moved through pretty roughly. Our Fox 4 Drive cam saw a lot of heavy rain and lightning, even some debris blowing across the road.
You're watching WGNO News at 10, New Orleans' very own.
Welcome to WGNO News. I'm Susan Rosegen.
And I'm Kurt Sprang. A bill that would give the New Orleans City Council more control over the Sewage and Water Board cleared its first big hurdle at the state legislature.
The bill is still in its early stages. WGNO's Rick Gogreve is at the Sewage and Water Board's Carrollton Water Plant on Claiborne Avenue. Rick.